guys, so today I'm going to be doing my foundation routine for spring and maybe summer. I might change it up if I run out of the foundation I'm currently using, because I really want to try out the NARS Sheer Glow, even though I have oily skin, because I've heard so many great things about it. But this is going to be my foundation routine for right now, so I'll show you guys all the stuff that I use. Okay, so I've already used my Clinique 3-Step for oily skin, and I am number 3. And then I just applied my Dramatically Different Moisturizing Gel, and then I applied my Clinique All About Eyes Cream and my Mario Badescu Drying Cream on any problem areas that I currently have. Okay, so now I'm going to apply my foundation, and the current foundation I'm using is the Revlon Colorstay Active. I showed this in my March favorites video and my haul video, so I will link those videos in the sidebar. I don't know where it is. I think it's down there. So go look down there. And I'll also link my skincare video so you guys can see what I do before I apply my makeup. Okay, so the color I am in this foundation is 03 Sand Beige. And this is sort of a more wearable, not really wearable, it's a lot easier to blend. And I feel it's not as thick as the regular Revlon Colorstay. Don't get me wrong, I still love my Revlon Colorstay. It's just I think this is a bit more breathable for spring and summer. Okay, so how I apply this foundation is I use a Sonia Kashuk blending sponge. You can get this at Target. They also have the regular beauty blender, which you can get at Sephora. I just think this one is more reasonable at price, and it has a little ridge in it, so it's easier to hold on. You can also use regular cosmetic wedges, which look like this, and you can get these at any drugstore. I just think these ones are a bit more easier to use, and they're bigger, so they cover a bigger area. Alright, so I've already dampened my little sponge so that it doesn't soak up so much foundation. So how I'm going to do this is I'm just going to squirt a reasonable amount, like that much, onto the top of it, and I'm just going to apply this onto my face. Okay, so I'm just going to dab this onto my face, so just like this, and I do sections at a time, so I can see like where I'm putting the foundation and everything. So I just kind of dab it on and pat it into my skin, trying to cover all the areas. And I really like this foundation because it doesn't feel like you're wearing any makeup, and it's very breathable. And I try to get into here because I have really big pores here. Okay, so now I'm just going to apply the same amount onto the sponge, so just like that. And I'm just going to apply it onto the other side of my face, so just pretty much in the same way. Just kind of dab it on. You want to make sure that it's even, and I don't really like to use foundation brushes for foundations just because I feel that it's going to kind of streak my makeup and make it look streaky, so I prefer using a sponge even if it's already a light coverage foundation. I just think it gives me a more flawless looking finish to my face. And you could also kind of buff this in if you want. I just kind of like to tap it. Alright, so I'm just going to do the same exact thing and get some onto my sponge. And now I'm going to do my forehead, so make sure you have no hair in the way because you do not want foundation in your hair. And I'm just going to put it on my forehead. And I do not have perfect skin, obviously, you can see that. I have a lot of acne problems, well, acne scarring. I have a lot of acne scarring on my chin, and you can see I have a pimple on my nose, and I have a pimple up there, so I do not have perfect skin. So yeah, but that's how I apply it onto my forehead. And now I'm just going to do the same exact thing onto my nose and onto my chin and stuff. Okay, so after I've applied my foundation, I apply a concealer to any areas where my foundation hasn't covered, so like any pimples or acne scarring that I have. I just use a concealer, and I use the Clinique Advanced Concealer in 01 Matte Light. And this concealer can get a bit cakey, so I apply it with my finger onto the area where I want to cover, and then I'll dab it in with a cosmetic wedge. So I'm going to show you guys how I do that. Okay, so I have some of the concealer onto my finger. I don't know if you can see that. You need very little with this because it's very cakey and I don't know, but I'm just going to, I'm sorry if I'm like not looking straight at the camera, it's just my mirror is on this side, so I'm looking over there. So I'm just going to apply it right onto my pimple, and then I'm just going to take this cosmetic wedge and just kind of dab it in very gently because I don't want to kind of rub any off, so I'm just kind of dabbing it, taking the edge of it, and then just kind of sort of pressing it into my skin so it kind of sinks into there and covers up my pimple. Alright, so now that pimple is all covered, and I'll show you guys how I do a couple more, and then I'm just going to do the rest of my face and get into under eye concealer. Okay, so now I'm just going to apply my under eye concealer, and I'm using the Maybelline Dream Mist Concealer, and my color is light 0 through 1. I think this is the lightest one. I think this color is a little bit too light for me, so I don't really use it under my whole eye. And then the other one I use is the Almay Smart Shade Concealer in light, and this one has SPF 15 in it. Alright, so I'm just going to show you how first I apply my Maybelline one. Okay, so how I apply this, I use a Coastal Scents concealer brush. This I got with the, I think it's the 12-piece brush set. I don't know, they're the black brushes, I don't know. But I just kind of dip it into here and get a little onto the top of the brush, and then I don't know if you guys can see, but I sort of get like redness right under here, so I cover that up with this concealer. So my mirror is going to be over here, so I'm just going to kind of show you how I do this the best I can. Okay, so I'm just going to apply it right under there. Sort of kind of like pack it on. And then I take my, sorry, I'm just going to take my pointer finger and kind of tap it in so it sort of sinks into my skin. Alright, and now I'm just going to do the same exact thing on my other eye. Okay, so now I'm just going to apply my Almay concealer with the same exact brush, and how I apply this is I put it onto the back of my hand, just like that much, and then I'm just going to kind of take my brush. When you squirt this concealer out, it's sort of very white, and then you kind of play with it and it turns into your skin tone color. So I'm just going to kind of warm it up on the back of my hand, and I'm just going to take it and just apply it like straight under my eye, and then I'm also going to go into this inner area, and then I'm going to take my pointer finger again and just kind of blend that in and kind of warm it up so it sinks into my skin. Alright, so just like that, and then I'm just going to do the same exact thing. Okay, so after my concealer and everything, I don't use a powder until after I finish with my bronzer and blush and highlighting, just because I like my powder to kind of set that into. Okay, so now I'm just going to apply my blush, and the blush I'm using is NARS Deep Throat. I think it's gorgeous, like a peachy pink color, and I'm just going to apply that with the Coastal Scents blush brush. And what I do is I just sort of kind of tap it in there, because these blushes I find are very pigmented, and I just kind of apply it right onto the apples of my cheeks, and then just kind of work back in circular motions. Alright guys, so that's pretty much it for my foundation and blush and bronzer and all that stuff. I've already done my eye makeup before the video. Alright, so I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.